Everybody. I'm Kristen. I'm presenting Centralia Mine Fire, Pennsylvania, from 1962. It's a really cool subject that I have also been interested in for about 20 years now. A little back history on the town. It was born in 1749 by the Native Americans, by the colonizers, for about 500 pounds. And in 1832, the land was purchased at auction for $30,000, and it was named Bull's Head after the one and only tavern that was in town, the Bull's Head Tavern. In 1942, the land that was surrounding Bull's Head was bought by a Locust Mountain Coal and Iron Company. So that whole area became a mining area. The town's name was changed to Centreville, but then was renamed to Centralia due to another city in the county being named Centreville. So it kind of caused this. Coal mining began in 1862 in that area, and the town reached its peak in 1890 with a census of 2,761 residents. From that point, though, it became a decline, especially around 1917 when World War II started, because it caused a lot of young men to leave the coal mining towns, which led to a decline in coal operations. And then over the years, the coal industry continued to decline due to the fact that there was new, cheaper energy sources that were out there. So people didn't need coal as much anymore after the early 1900s, after World War One. What caused the fire? Well, in May of 1962, at an abandoned strip pit, which is a surface mine, which was abandoned in 1935, it was being used for as a dump, and that's what the fire started. It's believed that there was an intentional burning of residents' trash there. It's also believed that due to the lack of properly constructed non-combustible shale barrier in the strip pit, enabled the trash fire to spread adjacent to the carbonaceous refuge material and then to the nearby coal mine workings. So there was a 15-foot hole that was missed because of the regulations at the time, they required all the entrances of the closed mines to be filled with non-combustible material. But they missed one 15-foot hole, and that's what caused all of this. What could have been done to stop this? Well, there were attempts made during the summer of 1962 to put out the fire, but it was just rapidly spreading. And there was a lack of money at the time because there were also a number of fires that were happening in Pennsylvania coal mines. So they kind of were like, well, this one's kind of small. Let's just not worry about it too much and let's worry about that big fire over there. Meanwhile, this fire just kept burning and burning and burning. There wasn't a lot of money at the time. So it's estimated, I've seen on two reports, said that 10,000 to 20,000, and I also saw that somewhere around 50,000, but definitely under $50,000 it would have costed to, at the time, end the fire. So the fire is burning. What are we going to do? Well, a majority of the residents chose to stay because they couldn't afford to leave. They were hopeful that the fire was going to eventually get put out by the government, but it just never really happened. They just stayed there in it. The residents dealt with burning eyes, taste of sulfur, headaches, and respiratory issues. Well, immediate attention led to the relocation of a good bit of the residents of the town because in 1981 the ground gave way and a 12-year-old boy almost fell into an 80-foot hole, which would have led to the fire underneath. So 12-year-old boy almost died. And so media got wind of that, and it brought a lot of attention to what's going on in Centralia to the residents that were still living. which led to, in 1984, the government deciding that, well, it's going to cost $660 million to put these fires out, or we could just spend $42 million and try and get these people to leave. So currently, this is what's happened in the more recent years. Uh, about half of the residents chose to voluntarily relocate at the time. And like, I believe that I should have put on here that the residents were like at its height, it was 2,700 people, and around the time of the fire, it was like 1,700 people. So about half of that chose to voluntarily leave with the relocation money. And then in 1992, the government declared the area a imminent danger, and the remaining people who lived there were considered squatters. So there are still some families that do still live there, but the government has chosen not to evict them. But they obviously don't get like city water and things like that because they're squatters. Um, and then I just put this cool fact in there because I like it. My camera's not doing that over there. This disaster was used as a subject matter for the movie Silent Hill in 2006. I believe it was also used for the video game, which was based off the movie. So I still think that was really cool. I thought it was a cool movie when it came out. Definitely was creepy. And here are my references. Use the Silent Hill screen there because that was such a cool movie. Anyway, y'all have a great day.